Tonight, the ice won't just be cold. It will be on fire. Two heavyweights collide in the NPHL Game of the Week. The undefeated Orangeville Blitz, a perfect storm of speed, skill, and power, host the defending champion Stratford Irish. Orangeville's been unstoppable. Their offense, ruthless. Defense, impenetrable. But the Irish have been here before, and they know what it takes to win when the stakes are at their highest. These aren't just two teams. These are juggernauts on a collision course. Every check, every pass, every shot will matter. Expect end-to-end rushes, thunderous hits, and a playoff-level pace from the opening face-off. This isn't just another regular season game. It's a statement. Unbeaten pride versus championship pedigree. The Blitz want to prove they're the new dynasty in the making. The Irish, they're here to remind everyone why the crown still belongs in Stratford. It's a speed versus experience, fire versus ice, and it all goes down under the Friday night lights at the Igloo. Get ready for an intensity you can feel through the screen. Every blade slicing the ice, roar echoing to the rafters, because when these two meet, legends are made and rivalries are written in bruises and broken sticks. Last season, Stratford stood atop the mountain, hoisting the cup, the Kings. But this year, there's a new challenger at the gate. Orangeville, Stratford, undefeated versus defending. Tonight, don't blink. The NPHL. The following is a presentation of Stratford Irish Hockey.
All right, folks, welcome inside the broadcast booth of the historic William Allman Memorial Arena. I'm Trey Hamilton, your play-by-play announcer. Hopefully, soon to be joined by my color commentator, Mr. Brian Hawley, who's currently not in the building, but I've heard he is quite possibly en route. So I will be taking care of our public address duties in just a few moments here. So I will have to step away from the stream, but I will be right back, folks. This is the NPHL Metropolitan Game of the Week between your Stratford Irish and the visiting Orangeville Blitz. We'll be right back, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in the booth, back ready to get you going. Hopefully the pregame announcements right there weren't too loud as we got the outdoor mic here. I'm going to be trying to adjust the levels as we go, just trying to figure out what's going to fit well. We're trying to get some more background noise into the stream where you guys can hear the players, hear things on the ice, because with us being in the broadcast booth, it's obviously a little bit more difficult to hear everything going on out there. So we're making adjustments. We're trying to get better as we go. And we are underway here at Stratford as off the opening draw. Zach Weir leaves it for Connor Hall, the big defenseman wearing 77 tonight, the assistant captain, former Kitchener Ranger. He fires an outlet pass, picked off by Chase Spencer. And then Jaden Peck is going to send it in wide of Ryan Mantle. It takes a strange hop, comes out front, and unable to get a stick on it that time was Ethan Tichinoff, the former Alvinston Killer Bee. Blitz like to play fast. They like quick transition. And for the Irish, they play a very similar system, but defensively they've been struggling over the last few weeks, so it's definitely something to keep your eye on. As here's the turnover, and here comes Ben Thompson. Thompson walks in, takes the shot, and a big save early by Zach Weir as he holds on, and that's not a guy you want to turn that puck over to. Ben Thompson spent a couple of years with the New Jersey Devils in the National Hockey League, and he can really fire that thing from any location on the ice. One thing about the Blitz tonight, they are running a short lineup, 4D, and it looks like about a line and a half, so 2 lines and a half, excuse me. And that will definitely be something that factors in as we get later into this game. Salter unable to clear, and then the centering pass picked off by Cole Thiessen, and away they come. Might be a 3-on-2. Gaining the line, cross-ice pass. The one-timer, Henderson scores! Matt Henderson! And the Irish strike early, just like they did up in Orangeville. It's a 1-0 lead, less than a minute into this contest, and you can hear the boys on that outdoor mic. They're fired up right now as the Irish get the dream start. Henderson has missed just over a month of time due to injury. He is back in the lineup tonight, and he makes himself known right away, getting on the scoreboard, and it's 1-0 for the black and green tonight. We wanted to give a shout out to our wonderful general manager, hardest working man in the NPHL. That's Mr. Jeff Morris. Mo, I've heard you're watching. I'm going to be on my best behavior for you, I promise. But thank you so much for tuning in. Mo, as always, as picking up a point on that play. His first Irish point is Nick Guinta wearing 97. You'll see him right there flying across the screen as that one dumped in, kicked away by Weir. Ben Thompson on the sharp angle, the rebound try by Heffernan, and it's right into the chest of Weir. He holds on. A couple of good early stops from Zach Weir, and for Ryan Mantle on the other end. I was just up in Orangeville last night He had an excellent start, 41 save shutout over the Halton Hills Coyotes, but starting back-to-back games is never easy. Coming into a road environment like Stratford, you get all the lights and the show, and it gets you fired up, and then obviously you get an early one-timer in the slot from a guy like Matt Henderson. That's not the guy that you want to surrender a one-timer to early in this game. And it's 1-0. The veteran Calvin Thompson will play that all the way around. That's out of the reach of Silver, and that will come back. Icing is the call. Face-off in the Stratford zone. 18:24 to play. I do apologize, folks. For those of you that have watched the streams up in Orangeville, you know that we have the score clock working. And on our Stratford broadcast, despite it being the same software, we do have issues with it as we haven't been able to get it synced up. As that one turned over in center ice. Marandola, former member of both of these two teams, spent the early part of the season with the Blitz. Came over to the Irish kind of in an emergency trade situation as there were short bodies, and Marandola gets run over by his former teammate Calvin Thompson right on cue. Welcome to the game as that one knocked down in center ice by Dan Perry. Another physical presence. Dumps it in on Weir. Weir's going to stop it up. He's going to leave it. Marandola was there, but it was offside, so he had to back out. And that pass up the wall out of the reach of Silver, and then it's dumped in cross corner. They're going to say no icing. It's taken there by Tichanov. He puts it down low to Brady Hunter. In some trouble. He spins it out to center, and Jaden Pekka's on it there. Pekka, pressured by Heffernan, turns it over. And now Perry goes cross ice to his partner, Jeff Noseworthy. The big defenseman, he'll rumble in, fire it wide. Ben Thompson's going to play it off to Karam, and the backdoor pass. Alert. Good stick by Connor Hall as they had Gilmore sneaking in. He's got it in the slot, and the save by Weir. Big stop by Zach Weir, and he's going to stick that one up and into the crowd. A souvenir puck for one of the gentlemen up there that I can see. It looks like he's got it. So congrats and enjoy the souvenir. 17-16 to play. Frantic action here in the early 3 minutes of this late season contest. Both these teams down to their final 4 games, including tonight. So, you know, a lot on the line for the Blitz. They're trying to get back as there's a quick shot off the shoulder of Weir by Gilmore. Gilmore playing really good here in this first period. He's very aggressive, and he likes to shoot the puck. Off the back of the net, Ben Thompson sticks at it. It comes free to Thorne, but then he plays it and turns it over to Heffernan. In behind, it's spun up the far side. Can Noseworthy get there? Yes, he keeps it in, but then it's picked off nicely by Brent Thorne, and away he goes. His fired cross-ice pass on the tape. It's Pekka. Pekka back for Thorne. Tries to get it through the legs out front. They got 2 Blitz behind the play, but luckily Thorne was able to tie that puck up on the wall. Wow. 4 Irish in deep just fell asleep as they had Gilmore and Heffernan deep. And they lived to tell about that. Is that those 2 guys on a 2-on-0, I can promise you will be in the back of the net. That one chipped off the wall by Pekka. Zabidi goes after it. Nice play to strip the puck of Di Cristofaro. He stays on it. Zabidi behind the net, and then his pass back to the line out. And away goes Marandola. He might have numbers. Luca Marandola. He stops up, waits for his mates to get in, and his cross-ice pass is knocked down. And Zabidi's going to send it out to center where Chase Spencer has it. Waits for his mates to get tagged up. Now he spins back. He's being pestered by Thiessen. Makes a nice pass to Smith. Smith fires the shot. He scores. Jason Smith. The quick shot beats Zach Weir through the 5-hole. And we are tied just like that. 16:05 to play, under 4 minutes in. Both teams strike. And we are evened up at 1 apiece. All right, beautiful goal from Smith. Levels this game. And we'll see, though, for the Blitz running the line and a half, as I joked about, how that will impact the legs as we get deeper into this game. Blitz coming off a 5-0 win at home last night against Halton Hills. Here's Salter. He'll carry it in, try to chip it to Maya. It's picked off by Spencer, and then his stretch pass knocked down as clearly a strategy of the Blitz here with the short benches. Try to pile on in this first period. They're sending guys. They're taking risks, and they're having guys operating in neutral ice despite being in their own zone at points, and we'll see how that aggressive strategy pans out here. As here comes Charlton down the right wing side, fires it, kicked away by Mantle. In behind the net, it's Salter. Salter back to the line. Cole Thiessen's got it. Thiessen waits, fires, kicked away by Mantle. Down low, good stop. Now Maya being pestered. He's tied up with his own teammate, so he just goes cross corner. Salter goes after it, knows where he lays the body, and then big Alex Gilmore's on it. He gets tied up. You can definitely tell for the Blitz, you know, the guys they're missing are the ones that you want to talk about tonight. Guys like Keenan Southers As that fire pass right on the tape. Here's Marandola. Tries to get it back in front. There's Gilmore, but he couldn't get a chance on net. He wanted a penalty on that. He thought he was hooked. Not going to get it. Here's Heffernan. Back to the line. Perry. His shot knocked down. Good save by Weir. Good pressure here from the Blitz. They steer it down low. Now at the side of the net, it's Heffernan. He'll emerge with the puck, chip it back to the line to Perry. He'll fire cross ice, hoping for Gilmore. Gilmore plays it off the wall, chips it out front. Heffernan behind the net. His pass back to the line. Perry keeps it in, goes down to Heffernan. And then his cross ice pass was knocked away by Hernandez. That's not icing, as it was not a play. Hernandez first on it. Tries to get it to Hunter. And now off the backboards. In front for Montgomery, but it was just out of his reach. Now they center it. In center ice, Brent Thorne's on it. Rowe, his former teammate in Halton Hills, gave him a little whoa as he flew by. And Spencer takes it back. Now Thorne jumps in front of a pass. Marandola kicks at it. And Calvin Thompson chips it up. Montgomery can't get it deep. Rowe can't get it by Calvin Thompson, who's trying to jump up on the play. And instead, Chase Spencer goes cross ice. Here's D. Cristofaro. He'll get it up in the feet of Marchessello. Marchessello getting his first shift here, and Jaden Peck is going to be on it. Pekka takes a hard hit from Marchessello. Here's Thorne. He'll put it back around the far side. Marchessello looking to hit somebody here. He gets a bump on Hernandez. Hernandez chips it out in center, and now Pekka's trying to get after it, but a good play by De Oliveira. Is that one off a leg? Look out, here's Smith, the goal scorer for the Blitz. He'll send it in. Weir has it. As he kind of let it sit there for a sec. They gave him the whistle. Wasn't too sure. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. That was a weird play, but regardless, face-off, 13:25 to play here in period number one. 1-1 the score. Gilmore on this draw. His opposite was Guinta. Quick shot, Ben Thompson, and man, he can fire that puck. The former NHLer didn't miss by much. Away come the Irish. Charlton's going to chip it in. A lot of dump and chase from the Irish. That's one thing that they won't shy away from. Helped them win a championship last year. Connor Hall in center. The chip pass eventually does get to Pekka. He leaves it for Charlton, and then it's a bouncing puck in center. Ben Thompson gets it to Gilmore. Might be a 2-on-1. Gilmore in there offside as Heffernan just a step ahead of the play, and they blow it dead right at the 13-minute mark here of period number one. We'll get another face-off in neutral ice. Off the draw, Daniel Perry's going to chip it in on Weir. Weir's going to play it down. He's going to leave it for Cole Thiessen. Thiessen hasn't really been able to get those legs going so far tonight as Pekka puts it to open ice. Henderson's there. A little sloppy in their own zone are the Blitz so far. The Irish so far in terms of the breakout, but they're going to look to clean it up as that one chipped in the middle by Zabidi. It's out of the reach of Cole Thiessen. Both defensemen up on the play, as you always see here in Stratford. And here comes Guinta. That was offside as Cole Thiessen was a step in front. You could see it from up here. And we'll get the face-off and the whistle. Whistle and the face-off will come out to neutral ice. Yeah, there's Heffernan still complaining about that non-call. He's trying to say he had some blood on his jersey. He's asking the ref, well, where did that come from? But they didn't get the call, so we'll see. Officiating crew tonight, not known to call a ton of penalties, but they do take good control of the games that they do officiate. As De Oliveira sends that one in off the stick of Weir. It's sent up the wall. And then Tichinoff turned it over. Here's Smith. Smith buzzing early in this first period. Gets that one at the side of the net, Marandola. Back to the line, Spencer. He'll fire the shot, but knocked down by Matt Henderson, and then it's chipped down low. Bodied off the puck, Marchessello, and away goes Cole Thiessen trying to get those legs going. He got it to Zabidi, but the Blitz doing a good job supporting each other in the neutral zone. And they're 2 or 3 guys on one in the neutral zone. That's trying to force the Irish into those. They like to go up the wing side and chip one to the middle. Try to get that quick transition. The Blitz are not allowing it. They're playing a nice, strong 1-2-2 here, holding up that red line very strong. I got to play analyst and play-by-play tonight, folks. Brian Hawley still not in the building, so he might have been stuck up in Bill's Mafia a little bit later than expected. Here's the cross back to Connor Hall. He'll look things over, chip it up. And it's off the skates of Tichinov, who makes a nice little play to get it into Zabidi. Drops it back to Maya, back to Zabidi. Zabidi tries to cut to the middle, but a good stick by Spencer. And the Blitz are going to take it up. Here's Ben Thompson. His cross-ice pass on the tape. Here's Heffernan. Quick shot, and Weir got a piece of it. It's out to center ice. Off the blocker of Zach Weir, straight to center ice. Perry fires up Gilmore's cross-ice pass. Look at Thompson make a nice move. Ben Thompson, he'll spin through, take a shot. It was blocked by Connor Hall. He didn't get all of it. Now here's Noseworthy. Noseworthy fires the shot wide of everything. It comes out to Perry, the quick shot right in the chest. No problems for Weir. 10:48 to play here in period number 1. 1-1 stays the score. Face off to the right of Weir. Controlled off the draw by the Blitz. Going after it there, Ben Thompson. Dan Perry keeps it and he fires it to open ice. Nobody home and Noseworthy's there. He'll get it in. Heffernan charges in. He's offside. Nope, they're going to say onside. So then the Irish make another sloppy pass in center ice. The Blitz are in. Here's Ben Thompson. Chips cross ice. Walking right into the blast was Heffernan. And look at Zach Weir. As he's going to leave it in play. They didn't blow the whistle. Away goes Montgomery down the right wing side. Montgomery flies in. He'll take the sharp angle shot. Steered away by Mantle. Now that pass down low. Hunter has it behind the goal net. Has it behind the net. And Daniel Perry's going to follow it up. Perry fires it, knocked down by Silver. Like I said, Irish trying to eliminate that quick transition play as the Blitz like to get it up ice quickly, and they like to stretch the ice. As this one to Gilmore, and there they go again. Heffernan in transition. Heffernan, he can fly. Drops it back for Gilmore, but it was out of his reach, and the Irish getting caught here a lot in this first period. Here they come. Guinta cuts to the middle of the ice. It was poked off his stick, kept in. Nice play, Tito Hernandez. He'll swing wide. He'll get it out front. Hunter couldn't bury it. Now Guinta from the sharp angle, steered away. And once again, Jason Smith behind the play. And that's going to be icing on the Blitz. Bring that one back. But they're sending one forward high, and they're looking to fly the zone every chance they get. Trying to use the Irish defense and their aggressiveness to their advantage here, and we'll see if it does come back to bite them. That's clearly the strategy that they are deploying. Blitz winning a majority of the draws in this game so far. Obviously without Zach Magwood and Ray Robbins in the lineup. Those are two of the best face-off men in the NPHL. Here's Cole Thiessen. He'll escape behind his own net. Thiessen's going to skate up with it. He lost it. Look out, here's Marandola. Marandola's got Smith cutting. Can he get it to him? Spots the trailer roll, but it was in his feet. Here's Chase Spencer jumping right in. Spencer swings wide. It's stuffed out front, and away go the Irish in transition. Thomas Hernandez getting pressured immediately. Gets it around DeOliveira. DeOliveira sticks it backwards. Now the centering pass, hoping for Thiessen. Couldn't get it to him. Now in center ice, Pekka drops it back, and Hernandez chips it. It hits the linesman, so they can't get it deep. Irish looking to get a change. They're shaking their heads on their way to the bench here. They're clearly frustrated as Heffernan sneaks in, fires the shot, kicked away by Weir. Now the sharp angle shot, steered aside. It'll come to the open ice to Zabidi. His cross-ice pass, though, knocked down, and Noseworthy's just going to send it right back in. Whoa, it takes a strange bounce out front. Smart play from Weir to get out of the way of it, as if that hit him, you never know. Charlton steps around a man. Away they go. Tichinoff fires it in. It'll ride the plate up the far side. Perry chips it through center ice. On it, though, is Thorne. Here's big Brett Thorne. Gains the line. Dances right to the middle. He scores! Brett Thorne on the backhander. I believe it might have gone off Noseworthy. It fooled the goaltender Mantle. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Irish. A beautiful goal in transition for Brent Thorne, his first as a member of the Stratford Irish. And they regain the one-goal lead. 8:06 to play here in period number 1. Off the ensuing draw, Zabidi controls. He tries to go inside, outside. Stays right with it, kicks it on net. And a good save down low by Mantle. The loose puck, sticked at by Zabidi. You can see a little bit of the air out of the sails of the Blitz after that last goal. But they're going to get transition right here. Look out. Here they come 2-on-1. Marandola walks in. His shot was blocked by Thorne. It hit Thorne in the hand. He was a little shaken up. Now Marandola passes it to the corner. His centering pass picked off by Hall. Hall and Thorne have looked really good tonight, but Thorne clearly shaken up after taking that one off the hand. Here's Connor Hall. They're going to blow it dead. That was a really late whistle. Connor Hall did take the shot late. Mantle arguing with Hall. Now he's saying he's all good. I was going to say these two teams don't hate each other. They like to show each other up on the scoreboard, but no tempers flaring. That was just a late whistle from the linesman. And you could probably hear the Irish bench. I can hear it in my ears. You could probably hear it through your speakers. Shut up, the whistle was late. They got a fair point on that one. It was an extremely late whistle. Linesman probably just got it stuck in his pocket. Off the next draw. Blitz control. They try to get it out in center, and Ben Thompson sticks it to open ice. Silver's going to go after it there, the veteran defenseman. These two veterans on a pair together, Calvin Thompson and Jeff Silver. Pekka has it in his feet. Chips it in. Silver stays on side. He'll chip it down low. Now he tries to get it to the side of the net. Pekka couldn't get a stick on it. The stretch pass again, hoping for Heffernan. Heffernan beats out the icing call, and then Thompson blows a tire. They got Ben Thompson out front. They leave it back for Perry. He shoots. It was off a stick and went wide. Irish getting killed in transition here. They got to be alert, as clearly the Blitz are just looking to send it at every opportunity they can. As here's Heffernan. Turns it over to Pekka. Pekka can't get through Heffernan. And instead it's Perry. He'll fire cross ice. They got Ben Thompson cutting, but they couldn't get it to him. And here's Cole Thiessen. Cole Thiessen's got Pekka behind the play. He couldn't see him, but he's going to skate up with it. Thiessen, great speed to the outside, stops up, and then his centering pass was picked off, and away they go. That's one where you got to see Thiessen pass that early. Here's Ben Thompson. He'll walk in, go to the backhand, turn away, drop it back to the point. The fired shot to Oliveira off the blocker of Weir. Good save there. Now from the angle, they send it towards the middle. It's picked off, and here's Guinta. Guinta's going to wait, go across, and here's Henderson. Henderson under the stick of Maya. Here's Spencer. He'll fire it up. There's Ben Thompson. He'll leave it there for Smith. Smith already has one in this period. Tries to get the stuff play. It's out front, and Marchessello couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's Marandola. He turns through, makes a nice move. Marandola tries to go cross ice. It was picked off, and here's Zabidi. Makes a nice move in center ice. He chips it in, but they can't get it deep once again, and De Oliveira's on it. He can't get it by Tichinov. Tichinov gives it back to Connor Hall. Hall walks in, leaves it. Henderson tries to get the centering play. It's loose in the feet of Guinta, and instead Marchessello takes it the other way. Here comes Smith with Marchessello, but a good play by Henderson. He'll take it away, and Henderson dances his way through trouble. Bounces it, but the guy he was looking for, Guinta, was changing, so that allows the Blitz to take transition. Here's Henderson. Cross ice, Hall. Hall, nice aerial pass. Out of the reach, though, of Charlton, the intended target. That was Tichinov, excuse me, so that'll bring the face-off. 5:02 to play here in period one. Frantic action in period one. We're inside, just about inside our final 5 minutes of this opening frame. And if you're the Irish, this is where you want to do the damage if you can. With this short Blitz bench, you know they're tired. Try to capitalize in these last 5 minutes when the legs are going to be exhausted. Off the draw, Gilmore, the quick shot, and he sent it just wide. Irish peel off for the change. On the outside, Ben Thompson sends it off the stick of Zach Weir, and here's Brent Thorne back on the ice. Good to see him out there. Thorne, an excellent passer of the puck. Has that one right on the tape of Montgomery off the wall. Montgomery in behind the net, tied up by Perry. He looks for it, can't find it. Hunter gets it instead. Hunter, Montgomery in front. Save made by Mantle. Hernandez was loose, and Mantle made a nice stop. They're going to wave off the icing. Here's Heffernan, cuts in. Good save, Weir again. Heffernan super quick here in this first period. He likes to play in transition, and you're seeing it. Heffernan, cross ice, Gilmore, and he fanned on it, sent it wide. That was a textbook chance, and Gilmore unable to finish. Here's Spencer. He'll go cross ice on the tape of Thompson. Thompson back for Gilmore, and Weir's got it in the glove, and he'll hold on. Another good save from Zach Weir. 4:02 to play here in period one. Face off to the right of Weir. It's one forward by Maya, out of the zone. And Spencer's got it there. He turns it over to Maya. Here's Maya in the middle. Backhands a pass out front, couldn't get it there. Good play by De Oliveira, and then it's Pekka who takes over. Pekka down low. Couldn't get it to Charlton. And off the wall, it's Rowe. He's in a bit of trouble. He's pestered by Maya, and then gets a nice play over to De Oliveira. And now Marandola Tied up by Thompson. The puck comes free, and there's Maya. Cross ice, Silver. He'll just backhand it deep. They actually get a puck deep here. And Spencer's going to find it. They got a man deep. Can they get it to him? No, out of the reach of Smith. That will be icing on the Blitz, and it will come all the way back into the Orangeville zone. .322 to play here in period one. 2-1 the score in favor of the Irish. Off the draw, Maya has it in the corner. He'll take it out front, tries to get it back to Henderson, but a good stick that time from Marandola, as he just had that sixth sense that his former teammate was sneaking in, as he normally does. Henderson opened the scoring tonight. That feels like an eternity ago, as here's Maya. He'll turn free, get it to Thiessen. Cole Thiessen, centering pass, knocked down by Spencer. And now Jaden Peck, always hungry on that puck, gets it back. Here's Henderson, takes the shot, hit the goal post. Now Pekka back for Charlton. You can see the Blitz got tired legs, played just last night, and they're a short bench tonight. Here's Henderson. Henderson, spin move. Drops it back, Charlton. Charlton takes a quick shot, kicked away by Mantle, and then the clearing attempt held in by Henderson. Henderson dances through, takes the shot, the save by Mantle off the blocker. Frantic pressure here from the Irish. Jaden Pekka gets it to Henderson. Henderson dancing through. Henderson spins it, but nobody home as the Irish were completing a change, but it stays in the zone. Thiessen. Thiessen back to Maya at the high point. Maya for Henderson. Henderson takes the shot. It was deflected out front. It's bouncing, and Rowe in serious trouble just sends it down, but it won't have enough for icing. So the Blitz finally get their change. 2:03 to go here in period one. What a shift from the Irish, and unfortunately unable to capitalize with a goal, as that's when you want to take advantage of a team with a short bench. Here's Thorne, cross ice, right on the tape, walking in Salter, the quick shot, the save by Mantle, he's got it. He holds on. 1:49 to play here in period one. A great save by Ryan Mantle. He's done his part holding his guys in this game, as definitely a majority of this period has been slanted in the Blitz end. They've had a couple of really good shifts. They've been excellent in transition, but overall puck possession has definitely favored the Irish so far. Off the draw, Connor Hall spins it in the feet of Tichenov. He gets it to Salter. The quick shot kicked away by Mantle. Down in the corner, it's Heffernan. He's tied up by Tichenov. Puck comes free. It's off the skates of Gilmore, though, and you can see that tiredness affecting the Blitz here. Just with that quick transition, passes like that were landing in the opening 10 minutes. They're not landing here later in the period. Salter chips it in. Tichenov goes after it. He's bodied by Perry. Perry, strong on the puck, but he turns it over to Salter, who goes opposite corner to Zabidi, but his pass back for Connor Hall, left in center ice. Here's Thorne. He'll go back for Hall. I've really liked these two on a pairing tonight. They've been solid so far. As that one off the stick of Tichenov, Mantle's going to have to play it. He gets it to Perry, who leaves it for Gilmore, drops it back, and the Blitz are out. Here they come flying through center, dropping it back. Heffernan in the slot. Gilmore, he couldn't get a shot off, and then Thorne pokes it out to center ice with 51 seconds to play here in the period. Dan Perry trying to get them tied up late. His cross ice pass knocked down by Maya, and away they go. Maya with Guinta, but a nice play by Chase Spencer. Always solid. Spencer's going to carry it up. Spencer leaves it in the middle. Gilmore, the shot, hit the crossbar. What a chance by Alex Gilmore. 30 seconds to go in the period. Here's Maya. Chips to the middle. He tries to get it back to his man, and now here go the Blitz the other way. It's another 2-on-1. Moving in, Thompson the shot. The big save by Weir, and then he covers up the rebound. And Silver goes after Marandola, who was digging away. 19.2 to go in period one. And the Blitz came oh so close to tying this game as Alex Gilmore rang the crossbar. But Zach Weir's best friend behind him holds down the fort. Off the draw. Stick lifted on Montgomery. And now Silver has it. 13 seconds to go in the period. He'll just send it off the glass and all the way down. Will it have enough for icing? Yes, it will. 8.1 to go here in period one. We'll get another faceoff. And as quickly as Ben Thompson and Kyle Heffernan and Alex Gilmore got off the ice, they're going to jump right back on for this last draw. And Matt Montgomery's got to be solid here, because you want to take this 2-1 lead into the room if you can. Linesman drops the puck. It's bouncing. It goes free in the corner. 5 seconds. Two big bodies come together. The sharp angle shot controlled by Weir. 0.5 on the clock, so we will get one more draw. But I don't think you can get a shot off in 0.5 seconds. So I'll call this one safely. The intermission. They're going to pull Mantle. Look at this. Look at this. Nick Moniz throwing out all of the moves as Marandola, as that will conclude period number 1. I'd love to see it, the gamesmanship. These two teams, at the same time as they don't like one another, they do love one another, as this is kind of one big family. Despite their competitors competing for a championship, it's great to see the camaraderie and the sportsmanship that these two teams present. After 20 minutes of play, your Stratford Irish ahead 2-1. Matt Henderson opened the scoring. Brent Thorne got his first as an Irish. And, of course, Jason Smith has the lone goal for the Orangeville Blitz. A couple of posts for both teams. It was back and forth. I really liked the way the Blitz held in there. And I think a lot of the issues we've touched on with the Irish in terms of countering transition, if you have an Orangeville team that doesn't have a line and a half here tonight, and they have the full complement of Cam Searles and Luke Perovic and Jacob Guest and these guys, I think this could be an ugly game already. Just the sloppiness of the Irish in terms of transition. So really got to clean that up heading into the second period. I'd like to see just a much cleaner game in the final 40 minutes. All right, folks, stick around. We'll be back with second period action coming your way. You're watching Stratford Irish Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube.
time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the broadcast booth of the historic William Allman Memorial Arena here in Stratford, Ontario. I'm Trey Hamilton here with the call of the second period here of this NPHL Metropolitan Division game of the week between your Stratford Irish and the visiting Orangeville Blitz. A great first period, back and forth action, just all around a crisply played first period from both teams. I didn't find too many egregious turnovers or anything that stood out to me, but as I did say, concluding that first period, I did feel that the Irish were getting a little sloppy in transition, trying to dump and chase, not retrieving pucks. These are the things that we talk about as a reminder. You want to win playoff series, you're going to be facing Alvinston or Strathroy at this point. I think that's a foregone conclusion. Strathroy took over the 1 seed last night. Granted, Alvinston is in Halton Hills tonight facing a team on a 7-game losing streak. So they are more than likely going to take it right back. But regardless, I mean, you're going to have to face one of those two teams. And at the end of the day, it's if you're not covering transition better than you are tonight against a short Orangeville roster and a short Orangeville bench, you're going to have a quick playoff series, in my opinion, and that's one thing that this team's got to work on. I don't know at what level do they work on it. It's obviously tough to get practices in senior hockey, etc. But to have that transition game against look so poor, so sloppy in that first period, it was tough. So hopefully they can clean it up. This Gilmore, Thompson, Heffernan line is extremely skilled. And again, no Zach Magwood tonight, no Christian Palillo, no Ray Robbins. The list goes on. It's regular season in senior hockey. It happens, but we are officially underway here in period number 2. We'll see what adjustments both teams have made. As Pekka tried to slide that one through the fresh ice. It bounces up to the line and out to center ice where Connor Hall, the big defenseman's on it there. He'll look things over, go cross ice to Brent Thorne, who got the second of the 2 Irish goals in that first period. His pass out of the reach that time of the intended target, Zabidi. And now Tichinoff gets it back in the zone. On it, Pekka pesters his man. Zabidi gets there. Zabidi dances around, gets it back to the line. Now the quick pass out front, and Tichinoff had his shot blocked by D'Oliveira. A nice play. And here come the Blitz. Might be a little 3-on-2. The backhand pass to nobody that time, and Heffernan's going to take it over in the corner. Heffernan goes behind the net. He's quick with the puck. Kyle Heffernan, what a signing by the Orangeville Blitz mid-season, just hanging around. He was playing with the Cambridge Hornets, became available, and they got him, and he has been as advertised. Here's Zabidi, gains the line, swings wide. He'll slide it in the middle. Teaching the shot was blocked by Spencer. Now it's followed up nicely by Hernandez. He'll take it behind the net. Hernandez plays the bouncing puck, spins it up the wall on it there, Montgomery. He'll turn free, put it back down low. Hernandez cuts out front, tries the wraparound. Puck comes free, Montgomery. He'll go back to the line, Henderson. Henderson dances, fires right in the chest of Mansell. He saw it all the way, no problems. And he'll hold on. We're going to face off 18:36 to play. The face-off will be in the Orangeville zone to the right of the goaltender, Ryan Mansell. Got a couple folks in the way of the camera. There's some crazy face paint going on. Oh, my goodness, that's a cute baby right there. And that gentleman with the face paint standing right in the way of the camera. Not much we can do. Hopefully we'll get him to sit down in a second. Causing all kinds of problems down there. I love the face paint, though. As Daniel Perry has this puck, he'll send it off the stick of Marandola. No icing. Takes a strange hop again. Weir's just going to play it up the wall aggressively. And it's going to pop out in front. Oh, and Weir had to get the poke check as Smith was bearing down looking for his second of the game. Now Montgomery gets bodied hard that time by Perry. 2 physical contestants. They're joking about it now, but Hernandez takes the puck. Tommy Hernandez, he'll swing wide. He ends up getting a little bit pestered that time, so Marandola has some room to play it off the wall and backhand to the open side. Noseworthy spins it up. Rowe can't get it by Henderson. Here's Henderson. Tries to walk to the middle, but Marandola all over him, and then the puck pops free again, and Brady Hunter has it. He'll leave it there nicely for Hernandez. Hernandez, backhand, sharp angle, and Mantle dove at that puck to get it out of there and made a nice save. This one does not have enough for icing, so Thiessen will fire it up. Deflected in by Maya. It's going to go right on Mantle. He's going to leave it. That's one thing about these two goaltenders. They both love to play the puck, as that's a bad bounce off the wall. As Thompson spins it cross ice Heffernan. He's got Gilmore cutting. Heffernan, cross ice Thompson. Look out, he'll walk in. Take the shot. Weir the save. And he's going to hold on. I'm sure that one stung the old chesty on Zach Weir. And he's got it. We'll get a face-off to his left. Good stop by Zach Weir. 17-12 to play here in period number 2. Just under 3 minutes gone here in the second frame. Maya wins the draw cleanly. Here's Calvin Thompson. He'll backhand it up the wall. Spencer and that defense in general for the Blitz, very active, very aggressive, trying to jump cut that quick transition. Here's Gilmore the shot, and Weir was interfered with out front. He wants a penalty. They're going to say it's a goal. I think it's a goal on the ice. Weir was upended. Chase Spencer was in the goal mouth, battling with Calvin Thompson, and I don't know how that one's going to count. That looked like goaltender interference from up here. Even if the defenseman initiated the contact, Spencer still didn't make an effort to get out of the way, and Weir went down, and just like that, the referees say play on, and we're 2-2. That chip pass picked off by Spencer. Gets it ahead, hoping for Gilmore, but it was deflected. Here's Silver going after it. He'll backhand it up. There's Calvin Thompson. He'll spin it up the wall. Kicked up by Charlton. Silver blew a tire, and now he's back up. Sorry, that's Guinta. He gets it in the middle. Here's Charlton walking and takes the shot, and Mantle got a piece of it off the blocker. De Oliveira sticks it down low to his partner Spencer, who will evade the check of Maya, get it up to Ben Thompson. He's tied up, though, and the Irish keep the puck in the zone momentarily as Guinta kicked it, but right to De Oliveira, and he'll spin it off the wall to Heffernan. It's in his feet, laid out that time by Silver. Going after it on that far side, Tichinov tries to get it back to the middle to Charlton, couldn't get it there, and the Blitz just send it out through center ice. Definitely curious to hear the explanation on that one in terms of goaltender interference. As walking in, Tichinov, the quick shot, steered away by Mantle. And on it, there's Maya. He'll leave it back for Zabidi. Zabidi's cross-ice pass blindly right to Marandola, and then Zabidi, a great follow-up to take it back. Zabidi leaves it there to Salter. Salter's quick shot, gloved by Mantle easily, and he'll hold on. 15:48 to play. 2-2 the score here in period number 2. Two's Wild. We'll get a face-off to Mantle's right. Off the draw, Blitz control, Noseworthy. Leaves it back. There's Perry looking for the high out, and he does get it out, but it's going to be icing, and we'll redo the draw in the same spot. So for the Blitz, it's Alex Gilmore picking up the goal. I would not be able to tell you off the top of my head how many goals he's got this season, but I do know he's the leading scorer for the Orangeville Blitz. Just an electric hockey player, Alex Gilmore. Always a joy to watch him play the game. Faceoff will be to the left. Mantle is controlled once again by the Blitz. That's an area they're dominating right now is the face-off circle. That one's icing. It'll come back once again as we're just looking over the stat sheet right here for Gilmore. I believe that was his 9th goal of the season in 13 games played. 9 goals, 14 assists. Great season for Alex Gilmore. Again, he's just an electric player, former Stouffville Spirit. One of those guys that at his size, he can move so well, and he's so aggressive. As there's Connor Hall, beautiful move. The cross-ice pass, and Salter fans on the tap-in. That was a tap-in, and Salter just couldn't corral it. Now it's at the line. Thorne, he'll put it back down low. Steered out by Tichinov, and then his pass towards the middle was picked off, and then Thorne sticks it towards the middle, but Noseworthy, strong on the puck, carries it in, and he'll dump it right into the glove of Weir, who's going to hold on. He wants the face-off. He'll get it. 15:07 to play here in period number 2. Shots in the first period, by the way, were 13-10 in favor of the Blitz. Despite the short bench, like I said, their transition game was excellent. Heffernan, I believe, had 7 shots on goal in that first period. He did not get rewarded with one in the back of the net, but you can tell if he keeps buzzing the way he's buzzing, he's going to get one. Here's Thorne. He's been flying tonight. He leaves it there for Hunter. The quick shot steered away easily by Mantle, and that will open up once again transition. Chase Spencer flies up. Connor Hall, though, picks it off easily, and then he fires the cross-ice pass out of the reach of Hunter. De Oliveira goes back for Chase Spencer. Spencer on the tape. There's Heffernan. Heffernan turns it through center, makes a nice move. He's a big body. He's hard to get off the puck. Thompson gets it back to Heffernan. The wraparound try. Connor Hall backing up his goaltender. Saved a goal right there. As now Hunter's going to try to get after that. Montgomery is as well. Montgomery's there. Montgomery for Hunter in the middle. And Spencer got back and had a nice play right there. As that was a surefire high danger chance if Chase Spencer doesn't get a stick on that. De Oliveira pestered in behind the net. Cole Thiessen chips it, but way out of the reach that time of Hunter. And you could probably hear the very nice language after that pass as Weir's going to spin it up the wall. Look out. Gilmore first on it, kicks it down low. There's Heffernan. Heffernan makes a move. Heffernan back to the line. Here's Marandola walking in, takes the shot. He scores! Luca Marandola, his second goal in as many games, gives the Blitz their first lead of the night. It's 3-2, just like that. Sneaky little shot, got through the legs of Weir. That's one he's going to want to have back. Both goaltenders, I'd say, have let in a shaky goal tonight so far. And the Blitz jump in front, their first lead of tonight's game. Off the draw, Noseworthy controls. He'll skate up with it, make a move. Noseworthy carries it in behind the net, and then he tries to get it out front, but Cole Thiessen picks it off. He gets it there to Maya. Maya, knocked down by Guinta. It's taken there by Rowe. Rowe carries it in. Here's Rowe right to the net, and Weir couldn't cover it. It pops free. On it there, Henderson. Now the steered pass out front. Oh, and a nice block that time by Maya. Blitz now turning up the pressure. And away goes Guinta. Here he comes. It's Jaden Pekka on the breakaway. Pekka in. Swung way too wide. Nice play by Noseworthy to keep him to the outside. Now Maya. He'll drop it back. Thiessen's got it. Just chaos here in the zone for the Irish. They can't get settled. Now it's Maya. Side of the net, Guinta. Guinta. High point. Thiessen, it bounces on him. He keeps it in. Nice play. Here's Henderson on the half wall. Henderson. He'll cut towards the middle. Henderson turns. Back to the high point, Maya. Maya takes the shot through a screen. It's knocked down, kept in by Henderson. Henderson now takes the shot, kicked away by Mantle. And Marandola is going to be first on this puck in center ice. He's got Perry joining the play, but a beautiful transition pick that time by Thomas Maya. And here comes Cole Thiessen. Thiessen's got Pekka cutting. Pekka right in, takes the shot off the shoulder of Mantle up and into the netting. Good save by Ryan Mantle as Pekka was trying to bid to tie this game, and Mantle said no thanks. .12:30 to play here in period number 2. Off the draw, Charlton controlled momentarily, but then it was taken right back, and Heffernan's going to turn back in his own zone. He tries to get it to Spencer. It's just out of his reach, and then Spencer's cross-ice pass right on the tape. Here comes Thompson. Ben Thompson. He's bodied in the corner by Calvin Thompson. A little Thompson on Thompson violence here. And now a 4-man scramble develops. Ben Thompson walks out with the puck, and then his centering pass for Gilmore knocked down, and then DeOliveira, the quick shot, was blocked off the leg of Calvin Thompson, who's got the puck. And he's going to fire the cross-ice pass here. Silver. Silver gains the red line, sends it in. It's going to hit the corner boards. DeOliveira there. Couldn't get it, and now Charlton in the middle. The quick shot by Salter. He sent it wide. Now Salter blew a tire, and DeOliveira takes the puck back. He'll spin it up the wall. Charlton wrestled off the puck, and then DeOliveira just hoisted into center ice where, Silver sends it up to Calvin Thompson, who gives it back to Silver, who gets it to the line, but not deep, and now Heffernan follows up. Heffernan for DeOliveira, and then in the middle of the ice, Ben Thompson makes a nice play to get that puck around his man. Ben Thompson spins it towards the middle, but Thomas Hernandez was there. Good follow-up, and then he gets it out to center ice. 11:15 to go here in period 2. Now they got Jason Smith was behind the defense right there, as I believe Calvin Thompson peeled off for a change, and that was a bad change right there. Let's see if the Blitz can make them pay as they're a little bit discombobulated. The centering pass knocked down by Heffernan. He'll chip it to the sidewall. Smith back to the line. Here's Perry. He'll go down low. It bounces. And now Noseworthy's shot kicks off the outside of the net. Montgomery will be on it first. He'll wait. He'll send it. And that one evades the stick of Marandola. No icing. And Mantle's going to leave it there for Marandola. 10 minutes, 38 seconds to go in period 2. 3-2 the score in favor of the Blitz. Irish trying to jump on this one, and Montgomery just came out of the line, so it's offside, and they'll redo things with a faceoff just outside of that Orangeville blue line. Gilmore on the draw against Montgomery, and Gilmore wins it clean. Perry spins cross ice. There's Noseworthy. He'll send it through center, but it's no further than Thomas Hernandez, who blew a tire, and then his pass kicked away by Noseworthy. Gilmore fanned on the pass, checking the stick blade right there. Looks to be okay as he's got the puck now, and he chips it up to Ben Thompson. In the middle, hoping for Marandola. Marandola's pass picked off, though, and now it's chipped ahead, hoping for Montgomery, and Perry's on it first. Irish, nothing clean so far in this game. Here's Brady Hunter. He'll stick it, hoping for Montgomery, who then blows a tire. And just discombobulated right now are the Stratford Irish. As Ben Thompson stood up at the line nicely by Thorne. They had a man behind. It was Guinta, but they were unable to get it to him. Here's Noseworthy. He'll fire it up. Marandola goes back across Perry. He'll give it there to Ben Thompson. His pass in the middle was knocked down nicely by Thomas Hernandez, covering his defensive teammates, and he's going to leave it there for Thorne. Thorne for Connor Hall. Hall gains the line. It's onside, drops it back there. Guinta overskates the puck, and away goes Spencer, 3-on-2. Spencer flies in, cuts to the middle. Spencer given lots of room, and he takes the shot. It hit the crossbar, up and into the netting, out of play. Terrible defensive coverage right there from the Irish. As Nick Moniz, the coach of the Blitz, clapping, letting the Irish know we got a short bench and we're taking it to you right now, as they have been here in the second period. Again, the sloppy play of the Irish has continued over. It's carried over. It's been, weeks since we saw a complete 60-minute effort from these guys. And if they don't get back to playing 60 minutes and adjusting to other team strategies, etc., it's going to be a quick playoff for these guys. As that championship dreams from last year will be in the rearview mirror quicker than you can count to 3. As Pekka sticks that puck off the wall, Rowe knocks it down. Now it's Smith. The side of the goal, tries to get it out front. Weir sticks at it. Pekka also jams at it. And now on it there, Guinta gets it up. Here's Cole Thiessen. He's got a step. Thiessen walks in, spin move. Waits for his line mates to get organized. Maya's got it. Here's Thomas Maya hoping to get it to Henderson, and instead it's sticked down low. DeOliveira's on it. And just soft on those puck battles in the corners are the Irish so far tonight. Here's DeOliveira, cross-ice Rowe. Rowe gets it in, and now Henderson plays it there. He'll just send it down the ice. Not enough for icing. Spencer, bearing down on him was Pekka, and jumping on the puck, Charlton in the middle. It's Maya, and it was sticked away nicely by Noseworthy. There's Pekka. He'll dance through. Pekka on the tape, Thiessen. Thiessen spin move. Leaves it there for Henderson. He's in really tight quarters, nowhere to go with it. Now he goes cross ice off the feet of Charlton. And now Charlton's got it back. Charlton leaves it there. It's Pekka. Pekka, high point. Henderson walks, takes the shot. It was blocked up high by Ben Thompson. Now the cross ice pass by Pekka was picked off, and away goes Gilmore, but he's 1-on-3, and then 2 guys fall. That opens up Heffernan, takes the shot, the wraparound. He's going to put it in, and it's 4-2 for the Orangeville Blitz. Just like that. Blitz take their first 2-goal lead of this contest, as that pass was not touched. Ends up no icing, not quite too sure how. Marchessello blows a tire but takes the puck away. Tries to get it to Noseworthy, and instead it's Zabidi. Zabidi, bounce pass picked off by Marandola. Very responsible. Marchessello takes a hard hit that time by Silver. Very responsible game so far by the Blitz, all things considered, with how short this bench has been. They have played excellent hockey, and the Irish have played sloppy, and it's coming back to bite them as that shot rides up high and into the netting, out of play. So we'll get another face-off in the Orangeville zone. Face off to the right of Mantle. He's got to fix the mask. It might have nicked off the mask when that last shot by Tichinov and went up and out of play. But yeah, no Magwood tonight. And no Tyler Randell tonight. None of the big stars in the lineup tonight, which we would have hoped to see. The same guys that we saw in their contest back in Orangeville, which was a 6-5 win for the Irish. They dig away at that puck. It comes free. Hall tries to step up, but Heffernan takes it back. 6:40 to go here in period 2. The way as Heffernan grabbed Charlton that time, no call. Referees, especially with the short bench, are definitely going to be easy on the whistles tonight, as Mantle's just going to cover it up. And we'll get another face-off in the Orangeville zone. 6:26 to play here in period 2. Off the draw, Irish control. Maya, he'll take the quick shot, blockered away by Mantle. Puck comes free. Maya gets the cross-ice pass. Nice save that time again by Mantle off of Pekka, and that one's sent all the way down. Will it have enough for icing? Yes, it will. So we'll get another face-off back in the Orangeville zone. Irish in risk of falling under 500 for the first time this year. They're currently at 8-7-1, falling to, I guess, 500. It would be hockey 500, but something they don't want to do, and they're well on their way to doing so tonight, as the linesman's going to call that one offside. That was a tough call right there, but he made it, and we'll get another face-off just outside the Orangeville line. Off the draw, it's in the feet of Pekka. Pekka eventually gets it. He'll go cross ice to Thorne. Thorne on the tape there. It's Hall. He'll go cross ice. Here's Pekka. Pekka, though, sticked away nicely by Perry. He's had a great game tonight, Dan Perry. That pass, though, off the stick of Pekka. Guinta leaves it there. Here's Maya. He'll walk in, take the shot. Big save, Mantle down low. Ryan Mantle's been excellent so far, especially in the second period. The few chances the Irish have had, he's had the answer. Here's Maya. Leave it there for Guinta. It's in his feet. Now Guinta gets it back to Maya. Maya for Pekka. Pekka for Thorne. High point. Here's Hall. He'll take the wrist shot. Knocked down by Mantle. The rebound was there. It's in the feet of Guinta. He'll spin it off the wall to Pekka. Pekka took it out, so they're going to have to reset. Blitz itching to get that first line back on the ice as they've been under duress here with that second line. It's the only two lines they brought. Here's Pekka, cross ice on the tape. Guinta dances his way through, takes the shot. The rebound's there for Maya, and Mantle got across and made the save. Now they got nearly caught with too many men, and Gilmore's going to take it up, take the shot. Weir, the blocker save. Now it's Heffernan in front. Gilmore taps it in, and it's 5-2 for the visitors. Well, folks, all the problems I talked about with the Irish are coming to full front. And I will gladly say, I hope the boys watch this after the game. If they play like this, and I don't think it's on them. I think this could be deeper. I think this could be even a coaching issue. They just have no structure. They're just out there playing what looks like pond hockey to me. But I hope they listen. I think this team will get swept in the first round if they play Alvinston or Stratford. I hope they hear that. Because I don't have a job to sit here and be a Mr. Nice Guy and be Mr. Impartial. I'm proud of what Orangeville's done tonight. I work for both of these two teams. I'm proud of what Orangeville's done tonight. They came in here and they're laying a butt kicking on this team with a short bench. And I get it. I'm going to hear all the excuses. Oh, there's no Magwood. Oh, they're missing a lot of guys. Yeah, so are the Blitz tonight. They're running two lines of 4D, and they're coming in here and spanking you on your home ice. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And if I don't see a better effort in these final, let's say, 25 minutes of hockey, I would confidently say these guys are getting bounced in the first round the way that they're playing. There's a play at the side of the net. Montgomery bumps into Mantle. All's well that ends well, and here's Heffernan. Heffernan in on the breakaway, takes the shot. Weir the save as they continue to leave their goaltender out to dry. He's obviously frustrated, and I can understand why. Sorry, folks, I don't have the color commentator tonight, so I had to get something figured out right there. We're just letting you guys enjoy the sounds of the game for a couple of minutes here. Just give me 1 sec. I do apologize.
17 Boston, minor penalty interference, 5 minutes for fighting. 21 Calgary, 5 minutes for fighting.
All right, folks, welcome back inside the broadcast booth of the historic William Allman Memorial Arena. I do apologize. We had some technical difficulties at the end of the second period. I'm just adjusting our external mic here. Hopefully we can get those background noises back in as well. Okay, everything should be good now. I am back on the call, and we are underway here in period number 3. Orangeville took the commanding 5-2 lead. And we'll see what the Irish have as a response here in the third period. Do they roll over? Do they fold? Or do they try to go and make a game out of this? We will see as Pekka knocks his puck down in center ice. He'll swing wide, get it right on the tape there. Is Tichenov. The quick shot steered away nicely by Mantle, who's had a really good night tonight. Really good back-to-back games as he got the shutout last night, against Halton Hills. And then absolutely shut down the Irish, including that huge glove save late in the second period that could have really changed this game if that puck had went in. There's a quick shot by Zabidi. It'll come out the far side. Hall activates, keeps it in. Spencer swipes at it, couldn't get it. There's Tichenov down low. They get it back. Zabidi tries to dangle his way through. He couldn't get through as there were 3 blitz in his way, and now Heffernan has it. He'll just steer it back. It's been a great game for Kyle Heffernan. He's a big reason why the Blitz have this 3-goal lead. He has been dominant, not only just in transition, but overall just responsibility. Here's Guinta. He'll take a shot. He scores. Guinta gets the early third period tally, and the Irish make this a 2-goal game. A good transitional play for once in favor of the Irish. Ends up in the back of the net. Mantle, the goaltender, frustrated, but from watching that play from up here, it did once again look like it hit the stick of the defender or the skate. It changed direction a little bit. He was trying to steer it into the corner. It changed direction. And that will make this a 2-goal game. 18:49 to play here in period number 3. 5-3 now the score. Off the draw, Blitz control. Here's Noseworthy. He'll send it into the glove of Zach Weir, and then it's steered down. Cole Thiessen's going to take it up. Thiessen over to his partner, Henderson. Henderson tries to go cross ice, but Marendola's there instead, and he'll take it the other way. Luca Marendola pestered at the line, and here goes Guinta, the goal scorer. He'll fly up. It's a 2-on-2. Let's see how this numbers develop as Charlton takes the quick shot. Good save once again. Now the rebound comes out. It floats into the net. Henderson just took a quick little flick shot. Nothing Mantle could do there. And you can see Alex Gilmore jump on the ice at center laughing as it's just a couple of bad breaks here for the Blitz. This isn't anything special. It's not like the Irish are just laying on the pressure. That puck was a pop fly that somehow found the back of the net. Henderson's got his second of the game, and you blink your eyes, it's a 1-goal game here in period number 3. 2 goals in 41 seconds for the Irish to make this a 5-4 score. Let's see how the Blitz respond. They got their big dogs on the ice. As that 3-goal lead vanished into a 1-goal lead as Gilmore fires cross ice. It's knocked down by Henderson out of midair. Nice, skillful play. They're offside. Ben Thompson still continues to chase. And Thiessen's going to take it up. He'll fly through center. Make a nice move. Now he's on the backhand. Thiessen towards the front of the net. It's stuffed at, and Mantle's got it. And there's the whistle. Face-off coming up. 17:54 to play here in period 3. 5-4 now the score. Off the draw, Irish controlled momentarily, and then Heffernan sends it all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing, so Weir's going to have to come out to play it. Be careful here. Heffernan bearing down on him. He'll chip it up, and away goes Cole Thiessen. Thiessen swings wide right, stepped up nicely by Spencer, and then Heffernan lays into the body there of Hunter, and the Irish will reset in their own zone. 17.5 to go here in period 3. Now the pass from Montgomery out of his reach. Thiessen follows up. Here he comes. Cole Thiessen. He'll walk in. Swing wide. Take the shot. Good save, Mantle. The rebound. Salter takes the shot. It was blocked by Gilmore. Big block that time by Gilmore. Now the Blitz tried to get transition, but the pass failed to connect. And here's Brady Hunter. He's alone as his mates change. So he'll put it down low. Salter's had a couple of glorious opportunities tonight, and he's missed on both of them. Now Hernandez takes it in. It's onside. Hernandez walks in, takes the shot. He scores. Tito Hernandez ties the game. And maybe the Irish went back and listened to the broadcast of me ripping them at the end of the second as they come out firing here in period 3, score 3 goals in 4 minutes and 7 seconds and tie the game up at 5 goals apiece. As the Blitz argue it was offside. From up here, it looked like everybody tagged up. I'm not too sure, but regardless, just like that, we're tied up, folks. These two teams never seem to disappoint. Of course, that game up in Orangeville finished 6-5 in favor of the Irish. That was back and forth, hectic hockey. As it was breakneck pace. We saw the Irish, take a 4-0 lead in the first period. The Blitz stormed all the way back, got back into the game, and then the Irish took a 5-4 lead in the third after the Blitz tied it at 4. Blitz tied it up again at 5, and then the Irish got a late goal from Stephen Pirog, who, by the way, isn't here again tonight. Both these teams, I want to see them play with full lineups. That's one thing I will definitely criticize both these two teams. I know guys have work. As now Marchessello trying to mix things up. We got a scrap. Marchessello and Silver. Here we go. Marchessello gets wrestled down to the ice by Silver. That'll get things going here. And that fires us up in the broadcast booth. We haven't seen a fight in Stratford on home ice since, I believe, game 1 of the regular season. And Marchessello was sent on the ice right there to try to mix something up and get something going for his team. And he went right at Silver, the willing combatant, and they go. That was a good scrap right there. Give hands to both guys, as that was definitely a momentum fight right there. Nick Moniz, the coach, clapping away on the Orangeville bench. You know that they wanted to just try to change the momentum here. You blow a 3-goal lead in 4 minutes. You want to try to get something going and try to create some of that momentum naturally. And Connor Hall asking about a potential extra penalty. I don't think they're going to get that, as that looked like two guys that went hard to the net. One guy standing up for his goaltender, the other guy trying to mix something up. And a good scrap here in the third period. The one thing with the Blitz, though, that does shrink them down to just 6 forwards now for 5 minutes. So those guys that they were skipping a shift every other shift are going to now have to play this entire 5-minute stretch. So we'll see if this pays off for the Blitz. I like the move from the coaching staff, telling Marchessello, who's a known fighter, go out there and mix something up. And he did just that. Silver on the ice again. He is also a scrapper, so you know if anybody was going to go tonight, it would be those two. Here's Connor Hall flying up through center. Look at Hall. He'll walk in, take the shot. Mantle glove save, but it popped out. Now Hall follows it up with the stuff at the side of the net. Unable to find the back of the net, and the Blitz control. This game is completely turned 180 here as Hernandez is in. Hernandez swings wide, leaves it in the middle. The quick shot save on Tichanov that time. Pops out, and now we got a high stick, I believe. Not a penalty, but it was played with a high stick. And they're going to blow it dead as they had, I believe that's Zabidi just standing alone out front, but he couldn't get a play on it. And by the way, no power plays for either team. It's been a penalty-free game, so you know when one does get called, if it does, inevitably so. You don't see many hockey games without a penalty called. When a penalty does get called, the other team is going to be livid, and we'll be expecting a return call. We'll see. Maybe they'll just let them play tonight. Here's Connor Hall trying to dance through 3. He lost the puck, though, and now Smith has it. Smith in trouble. And now you're seeing, again, some of that little bit of fatigue for the Blitz setting in, having back-to-back games with travel and the short bench. You got to give them credit, though. They have schooled the Irish, especially in that second period with the long change. Nice play there by Zabidi. Chips it down, takes it in, but it's offside as Pekka was trying to get out of his way but put himself in the zone. And we'll get another whistle and face-off at center ice, just outside of the Orangeville line. I'll try, by the way, when I take a drink this time, to not mute the microphone and have it muted for the entire. Oh, there it goes again. I try to not have it muted after I take a drink like that last period. As we've got a game, folks. 15 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in period 3. 5-5 the score. Here's Pekka. Flies up the right wing side. Pekka can't get by De Oliveira, and then the chip at the side of the net, covered up by Mantle. A good save there, and we'll get another face-off in the Orangeville zone. Again, Marchessello and Silver, the scrap here in the third after the Irish came out, scored 3 goals in 4 minutes to tie it at 5. And those two are going to sit as that one sets all the way down in on Weir, so it's going to be no icing. Weir plays it up the wall to Henderson. Henderson chips in the middle. It's out of the reach that time of Charlton. A little miscommunication. Now they send it again aerially in on Weir, and now Henderson steers it in front of his own net. Scary play, and Thiessen just plays it off the wall out to center. Noseworthy takes a bump that time. Guinta tried to take it away, and Heffernan will pass it back to Perry, who will send it up, and they dump it in, go after it. On it first, though, is Thiessen. Thiessen loses it, and then it comes free to Charlton. He'll just chip it into center ice. Good response shift here from this Blitz top line. As here's Ben Thompson with space. He fires the shot. Weir's got it in the chest, and that's a guy with a hard slap. You can see Weir as it actually rode up underneath the mask. And now Dan Perry going after Calvin Thompson. And that's one thing Orangeville can't have is another fight here with how short of a bench they have. And Perry has had a really good game defensively. He's been arguably their top defenseman. I think Chase Spencer's probably played the best game, but I think Dan Perry, all things considered, and how tired he would be after last night, I think he's probably been their most standout defenseman. And you know him, he's always trying to mix it up. And so is Calvin Thompson. That one goes up in the bench. It looks like it hit somebody on the bench. Is that Tichenov? I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's shaking off the trainer. He says he's okay. Right off the draw, off the stick of De Oliveira. And off Tichenov's noggin. It looks like he's A-okay. And we'll do the face-off again. Montgomery and Gilmore. Gilmore wins it. Thompson the shot again. Weir the save. And right into the breadbasket. He'll hold on, and we'll get another face-off in the same spot. Montgomery ties up the draw. It comes free to Thompson. At the line, held in nicely by De Oliveira. Now it's put down low to Heffernan. He's bodied. He works the puck free, gets it to Thompson, takes the shot, and Weir never saw it, but it was off a leg. Now Spencer fires the shot. He scores! Deflected in front by Alex Gilmore. He went hard to the net, got a stick on the puck, and right on cue, the Blitz answer back and take a 6-5 lead. A lot of that comes down to face-off execution right there. Montgomery lost 3 in a row, and you got to win a draw in your own zone. If you're out there in the defensive zone situation, you got to win one of those draws. And Chase Spencer finds the stick of Alex Gilmore, who's had another wonderful night. His 10th goal of the season, his second of the game, and they take the lead right back. Here's Maya, the quick shot, steered aside by Mantle, and now Connor Hall keeps it in at the line. And on the puck there, Noseworthy, he'll bounce it off the wall. Perry, back to Noseworthy. Noseworthy, up the wall. There's Rowe. He'll spin it. Gets it by Connor Hall, and now on that far side, Marandola. Marandola bodied nicely by Thorne and then sent down to the ice. And they're going to call something here. They're going to call Thorne. Wow. That was a clean hit. I don't know about that one. And there you go. As I mentioned earlier, first power play was going to piss somebody off. It looks like it pissed off the Irish bench. As, you know, you go the whole game without calling a penalty, and then you get a guy finish his check, and you're going to call roughing when the guy had the puck. That's a tough call. That's a really tough call to make in that situation. But Irish penalty kill is going to be tested. It's been a shaky couple of weeks for the Irish PK. They got lit up in Tilbury in that 10-7 game down in the Bird's Nest a couple of weeks back. Outside of that, they've had a decent penalty kill this year. Nothing near what they had last year in terms of percentage. They've been a little soft on the PK, as we like to say, as Thompson can't get that one away from Thompson, who spins it back to the line. There's Spencer. Oh, what a dangle. Spencer cross ice, and they score. It's Ben Thompson. A beautiful backdoor setup in the Blitz power play. Strikes quickly. 2 goals in just over a minute for Orangeville, and it's 7-5 for the Blitz. So a quick turnaround of events here. We had a 5-2 score coming into this third period. We're 7 minutes in. The Irish scored 3 goals in 4 minutes to tie it at 5. And then just as quickly as you could blink your eyes, it's 7-5 all of a sudden for the Blitz. Wow. All I could say is wow. as the Irish penalty kill continues to struggle. As Smith gets another shot, he fires it high and wide of everything. And now there's Guinta. He'll give it to Pekka. Pekka flies up. Look at Jaden Pekka when he gets moving. He gets Thiessen, the shot off the goalpost. Irish trying to respond in transition. And Cole Thiessen didn't miss by much, but the goalpost got in his way. Now here's Charlton out front, and unable to get a stick on it was Pekka. Henderson got that one in the middle. There's Maya, the backdoor tap in. They score. It's Cole Thiessen. Are we playing pickup hockey here? Neither team playing defense right now. Both goaltenders getting hung out to dry, and it's 7-6 in favor of the Blitz. And I got to start downloading a few more numbers on that Blitz scorecard because I only went up to 10, and who knows the way this game's going. It's now 7-6, folks. Definitely concerned for the Irish, though. Give up 10 goals in Tilbury, give up 7 tonight so far. 17 goals in less than 2 games of hockey. That's a real tough number right there, as Weir's going to have to play this one. Definitely going to need some defensive adjustments, I'd say, heading down the stretch into the postseason. As away they go. Flying up, Charlton. Charlton can't get by D'Oliveira, though. He's had a strong game tonight as well. All 4 defenders, I'd say, for this Orangeville team have actually had a strong game despite the score. They've had a few weird breaks, a few weird bounces, if you will. As they take that one away, Charlton fires it around the plate, but nobody on that far side except Heffernan, and he'll leave it there for D'Oliveira. Well, if you like offense, folks, we got a game. On it there, Connor Hall chips it away from Heffernan, who was hustling up, and there's Thorne, fresh out of the box. He's going to turn this one over in the corner. Good follow-up, though. He stayed strong on the puck, and away they go. It's Maya. Maya on the right wing side evades a check. Gets it on the tape. It's Salter. Salter tries to get it back to Maya, and instead it's Ben Thompson. Down goes Salter. Both teams put their arms up for a penalty, ironically. Neither one's going to get it. Salter wants interference. Thompson wants interference. They're both complaining, and neither are going to have the official take the bait, and we'll get another face-off in the Stratford zone. Off the draw, Blitz control. Dan Perry at the line barely holds it in. Comes free to Rowe. Rowe's backhand shot was blocked, and Charlton just sends it off the wall into center ice. Far side pass steered in on it there, Calvin Thompson. 10:45 to go here in period 3. That one chipped at Rowe, sends it towards the middle. Marchicello out of the box, as well as Silver. So both teams at as full strength as they'll get tonight. As that one dumped in on Weir. He leaves it for Thiessen, who got hooked right there. They didn't call that one. And here goes Charlton the other way. They chip it to Thiessen. Thiessen gets it around Noseworthy. Perry goes after Thiessen. Thiessen takes a bump in the corner. He's tied up. Puck comes for Guinta. Now Thiessen still tied up. And Perry sticks it ahead to Ben Thompson, who chips it in the middle. There's Rowe. Rowe moves ahead. He's cut off, though, nicely by Henderson. And transition here for the Irish. It's Pekka. Pekka dangles his way in, takes the shot. Good save down low by Mantle. And Ben Thompson turns free in his own zone. Energy definitely starting to play a factor here, as that was too many men on the ice. That was definitely too many men on the ice, trying to see both benches going back and forth. By the way, it's all friends on both benches, but both sides not happy right there. Here's Gilmore from the sharp angle, gets it out front. Ben Thompson off the wall, takes the shot. Save Weir, rebound there. And Pekka gets it up to Guinta. Guinta in the middle, Zabidi. Zabidi pestered, though, nicely by Chase Spencer. And now the Blitz turn up. They had a 3-on-2. Ben Thompson's just going to carry it in. He's going to take a shot off the stick of Henderson up and into the netting. And out of play as the barking continues. 9:17 to go. 7-6 the score in favor of the Blitz. Got the kids everywhere giving the 6-7 right now. I just realized what he meant. Got our clock operator beside me, gave me the look with the hands. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, yeah, never mind. I just realized the score. Sorry, kids. I'm a little behind on the times. But yes, it is. The score is currently 6-7. On the puck there, DeOliveira. He'll go cross ice, Marchessello, and he'll give it back to DeOliveira. His cross ice pass picked off nicely by Hunter, though. Hunter skates in, takes the shot, save Mansell, rebound there. Charlton backhands it off the outside of the net. Now it's back to Thorne. Thorne back down low. On the puck there's Hunter. It's in his feet, and DeOliveira is going to find it and just send it all the way down. And it might run out of steam. It does. Nope, they're going to call the icing. Blitz trying to sneak in a change. Smith trying to sneak. Jason Smith is gassed. He's trying to sneak down the tunnel, act like he's getting a stick. Referee's like, yeah, I saw you, bud. Love it. 8:40 to go here in period 3. Off the draw, Perry just hoisted through center. It's kicked down by Hall. He'll get it in, onside, but then the Blitz just steer it right out. Irish fans trying to get the boys going here late in this third period. Just over the midway mark. They came out flying here in the third, got 3 goals in a row, and then they did get that last goal to respond to that Orangeville power play marker. As Perry gets wrestled down. Thompson goes cross ice out of the reach of Gilmore. No icing, they're going to say deflected. Now here comes Charlton. He's got it. Hernandez back for Charlton, but it was way out of his reach. Now Hernandez is on it. It's steered up the wall, and away goes Ben Thompson. He'll fire cross ice. Here's Heffernan. Blitz just really need one more to try to put this thing away. And these are the 3 guys that will do it if they do. Out in center ice, Spencer has it. 7:45 to play in period 3. Spencer carries it in. Spencer's been moving well tonight. Look at that. He shot it off the goalpost. Rebounds there. Ben Thompson scores. Weir lost track of it as that first shot hit the goalpost, went right to Ben Thompson off the deflection. And it is now 8-6 for Orangeville. And I can see a lot of fans in attendance tonight not very happy with what they're seeing. And it's not just because Orangeville's beating the Irish. It's probably because it's been not exactly a hockey game tonight. This isn't what you want to see. As here's Thiessen. Thiessen up. He'll get Pekka. Pekka back for Thiessen out of his reach. Now Smith picked off by Pekka. He's got to wait, though, for Thiessen. Gains the line onside. Nice passing play there, but Zabidi was checked. Now Pekka takes a sharp angle shot, and he lifted it wide. Henderson pinches, keeps it in. He'll put it down low, Zabidi. Zabidi, high slot, and that pass was intended for Thiessen, but it was swung at that time by Tichinov. A little miscommunication. 7 minutes to go in period 3. 8-6 the score in favor of the Blitz. Here's Tichinov. He'll take the shot. Mansell the easy save. It bounces around, and then it's stick to the line, not out. Henderson. Henderson dances around some trouble, gets it to Pekka. Pekka right in. Pekka takes the shot. The rebound was there. Henderson swipes at it. It's still loose, and there goes Heffernan. Heffernan sidesteps a check. He's got Gilmore out front, gets it to him, and Gilmore couldn't get a stick on it. Away goes Salter. Right on the tape, Zabidi. Zabidi for Guinta. Heffernan stepped in his way, and here they come 3-on-2 again. All transition tonight from both teams. As Ben Thompson just needs a bit of room. Heffernan blew a tire, and here come the Irish the other way. That pass fired up out of the reach of Maya. So Perry will have it, and he just chips it in center ice. Ben Thompson's line mates are changing, so he gets it across ice. There's Rowe. Rowe sends it off a stick. Glove down by Weir, as Rowe took a big hit that time. And 5:53 to play in this slugfest for these 2 teams. Off the draw, Blitz control, Irish steal it right away. It's Thorne. Brent Thorne, he's had a good game tonight. He'll go cross ice. There's Salter. He'll just backhand it towards Mansell, who's going to cover it up. It's Calvin Thompson and Daniel Perry. Here we go. We might have a scrap. We do. Scrap number 2. Calvin Thompson and Daniel Perry. As Perry wrestles Thompson down. And Thompson never got his footing right there. Perry got the best of him. He's still trying to go at him. And Temperatures flaring here in period 3. Well, if these two teams didn't like one another beforehand, obviously, again, the camaraderie, the shared ownership, etc., that can create more of a hostile situation, obviously, because, I mean, you have the same ownership group in charge of both teams, so it can not create a favoritism situation, but it could definitely make some people angry, and we're seeing that tonight. As, like I said, it's more of like a big brother, little brother kind of fight. Kind of contest, and we're seeing that happen tonight as those two are going at it in the boxes. Well, they are getting an extra penalty here, so the Irish will get their first power play. I do apologize, by the way, folks. I didn't even put the Blitz power play graphic up when they did get their man advantage. A few technical difficulties tonight. So the Irish power play, it's on a bit of a cold streak here. We'll see if they can capitalize here and make this a one-goal game once again. All right, we got the clock figured out. Guinta wins the draw forward. Mansell just swipes at it. He couldn't cover it, though, and now Spencer over the puck in the corner. 3 Irish join, and it's taken away by Marandola, and that's one guy the Irish penalty kill definitely misses. As on it, there's Thiessen. Thiessen, though, overworked. Nice play by Gilmore. He's just going to take it away, take the shot, and it was steered aside. Gilmore, another strong play, gets it to Marandola, but it was just out of his reach. And this is not looking like a great power play when you're down by 2 with 5 minutes to go in the game. As Pekka settles the bouncing puck, and again, I understand what Zach Magwood and Pirog and all these guys are here. As Pekka and Marandola, former teammates, jousting in center ice. Here's Henderson. He'll walk in. He'll take the shot, blockered away easily by Mantle, and on the puck in the corner is Guinta. In some trouble, though. Blitz playing a good pressure penalty kill. And Heffernan's just going to take it away. Why not? Here he comes. Heffernan flies to the outside, gets his legs going. Thiessen, though, good defense. Boxes him out on the outside. Here they go. 45 seconds to go on this man advantage. That has been very non-eventful so far for the Irish. Mantle, a great puck handling goaltender. Makes a nice play and gets it out to center and all the way down. 4:10 to go here in the game. 25 seconds to go on this penalty. Maya makes a nice little move. He'll fire it up on the tape. Charlton. Irish haven't got set up once on this power play, and now they're going to get a bad bounce as it bounces right in on the goaltender. Mantle's going to cover up, and 15 seconds to go on this first man advantage of the game for the Irish. Off the draw, there's Salter. He'll go cross ice, but it's off a stick, and out in center ice, Thorne resets. Connor Hall just going to charge right up the middle, leave it there. Charlton takes the shot, and a blocker save again by Mantle. At the high point, Hall, he's buzzing tonight. He fires it, but it's right in the chest. As the penalty just had expired, and we're back to 5 aside. 3:39 to go here in period 3. 8-6 in favor of the Blitz. Ryan Mantle looking tired down there. as you got to give him credit. He started back-to-back games this weekend, and as of right now, it looks like he's going to get 2 wins. And as Thorne fires a shot, Mantle to save. The rebound was momentarily available, and they send it off the boards and all the way down. It will be just enough for icing at 3.5 exactly to play in period 3. Draw to the left of Mantle, controlled by the Irish. Linesman getting in the way there, but he gets out of the way as Maya takes the puck. He'll fire the shot. Big save by Mantle. The rebound was there, but it popped free in the slot, and Marandola just gains the red line, sends it in. 3:15 to go here in period 3. Thorne up the wall, nobody home. There's Heffernan. He'll just chip it down low. Thorne will go after it as we tick down near the 3-minute mark here of period 3. Heffernan makes a nice play to cut off that transitional pass, and it'll come around the opposite side. There's Charlton. Charlton then turns it over in the slot to Ben Thompson, of all people, and a big save by Zach Weir, and then Thorne's just going to have to ice it. And he does. Wow, that's not a great pass right there as Weir bails his teammates out. 2:47 to go in period 3 until we can mercifully put a bow on this one for the Stratford Irish, who are going to have a lot of things to figure out in their final 3 games of this season. As, quite frankly, like I said in the second period, I'm embarrassed on their behalf that they allowed a team to come in here with 11 guys and lay the smackdown on them on home ice. That's not a good way to appease the home fans. As this one covered up by Mantle. We'll get another face-off, 2:37 to go in period 3. Oh, but that is a positive, I just realized. Free pizza tonight from the Irish. Domino's Lucky 7. That's still on the table here. That's the cards. Cards are still on the table. It's 8-6, but cards are still on the table here. They got something to play for at least. Bouncing puck in center ice, settled down by Henderson, and then he fires it to nobody, so Marchessello just leaves it back. And Blitz steer it out in center. Here's Cole Thiessen. He'll carry it up, try to dump it in, and then it was offside at the Orangeville line. 2:10 to play here in period 3. Out of town scoreboard, we got a shocker in Woodstock. Lakers up 5-2 on the Bluebirds, so that's good news for the Irish. At least that they know the Bluebirds won't overtake them in the standings tonight. I know the overtime loss separates the two by 1 point. Net is empty for the Irish as they're getting their last gasp here. 1:54 to go as that one chipped up. Rowe's going to hustle after it, but so is Hernandez. He'll get there first. The Irish tonight, if they do fall, will fall to 8-1 on the season. As here's Pekka. In the middle, chipped that, big save, Mantle, he's got it covered up. 1:35 to go. And so an 8-1 record coming off the championship season. 17 games into a season, it happens. I mean, you can't expect a team to win every game. That's not what we're asking for. I think the people in Stratford are just asking for something a little bit more complete from the team in terms of effort, attendance, things like that. I mean, it's really tough to win games when your captain isn't here. Like I said, Travis Winkworth isn't here. These big names that, you know, are a big part of the reason why people in this city care about this team. You know, Stephen Pirog's not here. The list goes on, and I mean, you throw Pirog, Winkworth, and Magwood on a line tonight, this game wouldn't even be close. It would be a blowout in favor of the Irish, more than likely. And again, I understand the Blitz came in here shorthanded, and they brought a great group of guys. Like the guys that are here, the old saying of you can win a game with 10 guys as long as you have the right 10 guys. That definitely applies tonight. Gilmore, Heffernan, and Ben Thompson have played an outstanding hockey game. And I'm not taking anything away from the Blitz. I'm more expressing my embarrassment on behalf of the Irish that, you know, this is a team that I follow very closely, obviously. And, you know, this has been just the last 4 or 5 games for them have just been awful hockey. They have not played hockey. They're out here, they're playing the sport, they're on the ice, but they're not playing hockey. There's no structure, there's no defensive structure. They're just hoping to go out and score more goals than the opponent, and that's not going to win you games in the postseason. So hopefully they can figure things out. They got a couple of weeks to do so. As Thiessen controls off the draw, his cross-ice pass out of the reach that time of Thorne, who goes back to the high point. Thiessen, cross-ice, Henderson, the blast, kicked away nicely by Mantle. Now that one's sent all the way down by Spencer to roll down the ice. That'll be icing. And we'll get the face-off back in the Orangeville zone. Minute 18 to play in period 3. But yeah, lot to work on here if you're the Irish. Obviously, fingers crossed, because I keep hearing it from everybody. When everybody shows up, this is a great hockey team. You know, I haven't seen it once this year. I haven't seen the whole team show up. In the few games that they did, granted, yes, I mean, we're looking at an overtime win in Stratford against probably the best team in the whole NPHL. You know, a 3-2 win here at home in regulation over Strathroy. A couple tight games with Alvinston as they dig away at the side of the net. Couldn't get it on net, and there's Guinta. He'll fire the shot. It was blocked, and it jumps over the stick that time. Thiessen, who's got to hustle back. As Gilmore bearing down on him, we're in the final minute of this game. Heffernan steals, fires towards the empty net, picked off that time by Thorne. Hall and Gilmore ran into each other. Gilmore seems to be okay. He's getting back to his feet. As that creates numbers, and Pekka tries to get it on net. Bouncing puck comes loose. There's Pekka. But Chase Spencer, what a game he's had, takes it away. Cole Thiessen in the middle. Hall deflected it just wide with 35 seconds to go on this game clock. There's Thiessen. They'll put it down low into the corner. Spencer's going to put this one to the line and out to center. Heffernan and Marandola. Heffernan gives it up to Marandola, who's going to ice this one at 9-7. The final score for the visitors tonight. What a game for the Orangeville Blitz, coming in here shorthanded and essentially laying the smackdown on the Stratford Irish on their home ice as they give up 10 goals last game. They give up 9 tonight, folks. And that is all she wrote for this guy. Have a great night.